I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. It is the other 88. I'm sure most of you will pack, or most of us, let's be honest, because I'm going to get him as well. We'll pack this guy in some upgrades today, and of course on Thursday when we get that, is it Thursday or Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday, isn't it? When we get that guaranteed pack, I would imagine we'll all pack it then as well. But 88 Pellegrini, is he worth it? Is he not? Medium, nope, high medium work rates. He's 6'1". And he's got a 3-star, 3-star. That is not a great start, let's be honest. Now, it depends where you want to play him. I personally didn't want to play him as a cam, even though he comes out of packs as a cam. And he may very well be better suited to that sort of position. The reason I didn't want to play him there was because he doesn't have any sort of mobility whatsoever, right? So he's 6'1" with 80 agility. 82 balance. I played a game without a chem style, just threw him in there because I wasn't reviewing him at the time. I was concentrating on Rafael Leao and Berardi. Got Pellegrini because he was like 30 odd K or whatever it was. Chucked him in the team and away we go. And he just didn't feel very mobile at all, not agile in the slightest. So I thought, right, when it actually comes to reviewing, I need to play him further back because up in and around the penalty area, he's not going to have that range of movement that you need realistically to do dragbacks and ball rolls and quick passing and things like that. So if we have a look through the stats, he's unbelievably well-rounded, but unfortunately there's nothing that just sort of jumps out at you as, wow, this card is that good. You know, you've got 85 acceleration, 84 sprint speed. These stats are quite good. 92 positioning, 93 shot power, 91 long shots. Those, I wouldn't say they jump out at me, but those sort of stand out as the positives of the card. And then, of course, his finishing is only 74, so playing him further forward is out of the question. You've got really good passing, actually. 97 short passing, 93 vision. If there were any stats on this card that did jump out, it would be those. His passing range is very, very good. Doesn't have good free kicks. His crossing is okay. His curve is not great at all. But the short passing, long passing, and vision are all very good in the 90s. That's where you want it. Poor agility, poor balance. 86 reactions at this stage of the game for all the team of the seasons that come out. That's another thing as well, right? People's mentality of when someone says, oh, that's bad, people are still thinking 3-4 months ago. People are thinking pre-team of the season. You need to update your mindset as to what is a quote-unquote bad stat and what is a good stat. So 86 reactions, people might think, oh, it's not too bad. These days, that's not a good stat. That's actually below where you need it to be. It's below the, I wouldn't say the average, because obviously the average is probably around 86 throughout the entire game, but especially gold cards and higher rated cards especially. But still, I feel like 90 reactions for an attacking mid is where you need. You know, given that team of the season is here and we've got all these crazy cards flying around for under 100k, you need that to be higher. Great ball control, dribbling and composure. Very defensive stats, nothing too crazy there. And the physicals are not good in my opinion. 77 strength. For a cam, actually, that's not too bad because you can get away with it. The team is called Bundes, I've just realised. I have 0 Bundesliga players. It is in fact an Italian league team. Well done. I bet that was annoying to a lot of people. It was flashing up on screen. They were like, oh, wait, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Stamina 86, we'll talk about that. And then, of course, the aggression 83. The aggression is not too bad, to be fair. I actually played him 4-2-3-1 centre mid. And I gave him, of course, the more sort of defensive chem style because I wanted to boost the defensive stats. I had no intention of playing him further forward. I'm not saying that he's incapable of being a cam. I'm not saying he can't, you know, get forward and play killer balls into the penalty area, maybe even score a few goals. But unfortunately, with the level of movement that he has, it's not really ideal to play him that far forward. I mean, if you're just playing for fun and you've got some sort of like really weird budget team of the season team, I was going to say Bundesliga then, budget team of the season team, budget Serie A team, or you're going after an objective or something, or maybe you haven't played the game in months, you've rinsed all your coins in an SBC, and you've got, I don't know, whatever, enough coins to do a few upgrades, or you've done a few upgrades, you end up packing Pellegrini or whatever it may be, and your team is just god-awful, he could actually be an improvement, and maybe you will end up playing him as a cam. If you want to try and replicate his real-life positioning and performance, then yeah, fair enough, go for it. But with a backbone, which obviously is what we have on him, turns into a 92 rated CDM, which is not ideal because, again, there are cards out there who you could probably pick up through SBCs and stuff who are probably better than Pellegrini as a CDM. But if you are hell-bent on using this man, or you want to get him into a team for chemistry purposes, he's actually not that bad as a CDM. Like, I wouldn't say he's the best card I've ever used, because he's really not, but that is the kind of thing you get, right? That pass right there, and we play it out to Mahrez, who scores, of course, because Rafael Leao literally got taken out by the goalkeeper. But the passing out from the back is actually very, very good, especially when you play somewhat of a wide formation, like, you know, 4-2-3-1, which is what I play, but I play extremely wide, literally the widest setting possible, so that when we track back and take the ball like we have here with his now very capable defensive stats, we're able to rake it out from the back because he's got 98 long passing, 99 short passing, 98 vision with the backbone chem style, and he's also got 95 stand tackle, 85 interceptions, and 93 slide tackle. You'd have seen all this at the beginning, of course, but as you can see now, he's able to just loop the ball up and over the top to the really wide players, and he actually is a very capable card in this position. The unfortunate thing about it is, of course, that he has absolutely no range of movement whatsoever. I don't know why he feels as stiff as he does, because, you know, 80 agility is not a good stat, but it's not as bad as some players I've used recently. You know, some players have got like 70, 75 agility, 60 something balance, and they just feel like a brick, right? And Pellegrini has much better than that. He's got mid 80s for acceleration and sprint speed, and yet, for whatever reason, doesn't really feel that mobile at all. Just feels very rigid, very stiff, and not really capable of doing very quick drag backs and ball rolls and all the rest of it. You can still get by with doing them every now and again, I'm sure, but it's not, you know, it's not where most cards are these days. Even Ilicic, who of course was released this morning, hopefully if my scheduling was correct, then even he feels a lot more mobile than Pellegrini, and Ilicic is 6'3" and isn't exactly known for his agility and his pace, you know, but he feels quicker. And he's 96 rated, of course, he's been boosted higher, but he feels quicker and he feels more mobile than Pellegrini, which realistically shouldn't be the case. So I've got him in that 89 and under category because, of course, he is 88 rated. So you're not going to be... I'm not trying to compare this guy to the 90-plus rated cards, but I'm still going to be rather harsh when talking about his overall rating. I've given him an 80, which is, you know, maybe people might think that's high, but when you consider that he's up against 89 and underrated cards, 80 is actually that good. I just don't really foresee a situation where you'll go, well, I'm going to go pick up Pellegrini and I'll use him because he'll be handy to have. Like, unless you're a Roma fan or you're trying to build some Italian team and you just want to use sort of uncommon players, if you will, players you never really come up against, then, yeah, fine. But unless you are trying to do that, I really don't envisage a situation where you will be picking up Pellegrini. So the unfortunate thing about this is, of course, if you do get him in an upgrade or you do get him in that guaranteed Serie A pack, you are probably going to look to re-rinse him in another SBC as quickly as you can, because he's not... I mean, it's not that he's not usable. You could in a pinch, and you could if you just trying to play for a bit of fun. But in terms of taking him into Weekend League, absolutely not. Unless you're insane at this game, I honestly would just stay away from it altogether. I really like him in real life, by the way. And on the Football Index in particular, he's made me a lot of money, so I really do like him, and I do have an emotional attachment to him in that sense. But in FIFA, he just doesn't do it for me at all. He is not a good card, and that is... It's disappointing. I was hoping for maybe a 90 rated Pellegrini with boosted agility, balance, and all the rest of it. He's got, like, building blocks, but... unfortunately, this is going to be the highest rated card he gets this year. Hopefully, in the next few iterations of FIFA, he can kick on and get some better cards. But for right now, unfortunately, not looking great. If you have used him, and maybe you've got a difference of opinion, feel free to let me know. If you have enjoyed the review, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.